nothing really happened. Some I exercised and I ate and I slept.
That's always good.
Yeah, that's always good. How was your weekend?
Similar.
That's always good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a new camera. It's the E4K action cam. Pretty cool. So I've been playing with it over the weekend. I just got it yesterday, so I've been playing with it. You can shoot videos up to 60 frames per second in 4K mode, which is quite handy if one goes on trip and take videos. So pretty nice.
It's very small.
Yeah, it's they've turned camera into
what kind of lens?
I think it's a fixed aperture 2.8 lens. So yeah, very neat.
Yes. Yeah. Looks like a fun toy.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose. Do you have something for? Oh yeah, let's check the camera position. Camera position check, I suppose. Yep. Good.
Oh, I don't think you can see my head there.
No, I can see them. Yep. Okay. And yeah, that's it for part one, I suppose. I don't have anything. Oh, would you like to discuss what's it called? Circles project in part one as opposed to part two? Either way it works.
Let's see. What do you mean, part one? Oh, the circus project?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let's talk about it in part one.
Okay, let's talk about it in part one. As human beings. Yeah. So we covered most of it last weekend, although it was mostly me talking. So there were 2 points remaining about Circles project. So for me, I think they will still have to deal with the duplicate accounts, even with that kind of structure. So it may be good to contact them and talk to them and see what they've come up with. Maybe that will we'll meet new friends and new people. So it will be good. But of course, we need to specify what role does that. And of course, at the moment, the lead link it was under the lead link's responsibility. So yeah. Yeah, and for any project, and personally, I think execution is very important. So it's how everyone does these things, how they solve the problem of, I don't know, the problem you mentioned before. So it's path dependent problem. Yeah, so I guess that's what people call execution. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about the duplicate accounts problem? How would that be a problem with their system?
Oh, so okay, so they have like what's it called, the peer verification scheme. So an account is verified by a number of close trusted nodes. However, what if one person set up a different persona? So he may be known as John in one country and known as Alice in another country. So in that case, you have a different groups of trusted nodes that can verify him or her. So that's still the same problem. Yeah. So they may need like a mechanism to find and tag those accounts. So, and in action, we could reward people who identify themselves with our action marks. But in Circle, they have to kind of pay people with their money to do that. It's the same problem.
Yeah, if someone has two different circles of friends, then keep them separate. They could essentially double their
basic income. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they would be like rich.
Yeah. If we decide to adopt our account authenticity and uniqueness score, then we will still face the same problem, but at least we have one solution against that. So it's basically saying, yeah, we assign each account with a score that attenuates its outgoing action mark and inbound action mark. So the more verified the account, the higher its account value. So the money it sends out, the action marks it sends out, decreases in value if this account is invalid, as opposed to, maybe we have a Circles account, and its money are still kind of, although they do that by like trusted nodes, but it works differently to battle fake account. So just a different mechanism.
Yeah, the thing that I like about the solution is that it's very elegant, because it's like, if I trust you, then that means my tokens can be exchanged for mine, which means I'm essentially putting my money where my mouth is. If I say that I trust you, anyone can just give me your coins in exchange for my own automatically. So, but if I do that, then the whole system just, that trust sort of spreads outward, and then the whole system can be automated. But there's a sort of elegance to that, because it's a binary thing. It's either on or off. Like, I either trust you or I don't. But then if we have something that is falling off, then there's the sort of exponential decay, which is less elegant, because it gets out into these complicated outer rings where it's like somebody, and it's like falling off. So that's I don't know. I like this system where it's like, I trust you, and then the trust is flat. It's like either I do or I don't. But it's hard to see. Obviously, the solution of exchanging tokens doesn't work for Actiom.
Yeah,
they can't be traded. So. So it's a tough one. This issue of identifying. But it does lead me to another question. So something I've been thinking about, because we were saying that this is last week. This is a kind of an orthogonal system that is going to influence people's behavior. So my question is, how? So, because I realized that there's this difference between money and action marks, and I put my finger on what it is. So the difference is that money is there's a symmetry in it. So the symmetry is that if you give some to me, I can give it back to you, or I can give it to somebody else. So if my behavior is influenced in exchange for money, so maybe I sell somebody something, then I get money. So I'm giving up something that I like in exchange for something, and then I take that, and then I can use that to influence somebody else's behavior. So maybe somebody else has something that I want even more than the thing that I sold. So I sell my car and I buy a motorcycle. So if everybody enters into those transactions freely, then everybody's happier than they were. So so that's the symmetry of it. So when I give it my car, I get the money, and then I can use that money to make somebody else give me something else, or I can use that money to pay somebody to come and cut my grass. So other people are going to do things for me because of that thing that I got. So it's that symmetry, and that is what Actiom is giving up. So that is exactly what Actiom doesn't have. So Actiom is like, I can give you my car, and you can give me Actiom marks. And then the question is, then what? So now I have Actiom marks, which accrue to me, and so they buoy up my perhaps my esteem in the eyes of other people.
Yeah.
But my question is, how is that going to motivate people's behavior? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how is people's behavior going to change on the basis of this? Because if we have money, you know, everybody sort of knows, like we have kind of like a 10,000-year experiment going on, and how that affects people's behavior. So the question is, how is this going to affect people's behavior? If I can, and the interesting thing about it is everybody can spend it. So everybody can spend it. But, and that's where the theory of equality comes in, because everybody has the same amount to spend every day. And as soon as I spend it, then I give it to you, and then you can't spend it again. So that's where it doesn't have the symmetry that money has. So it's like I can influence your behavior maybe, but you won't be able to use that to influence anybody else's behavior anymore. So my question is, what are have you thought about this? What are the things that people are going to do that they wouldn't do if they're getting something that they cannot then use again in the same way?
Okay. There are many ways to kind of go into the answer for that, but there's one I like in particular, which just came into my mind. Have you played you know Diablo? It's a video game.
Yeah, it's very old.
Yeah, it's very old.
That's why I know it.
Yeah, I played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and Diablo 3. So in Diablo, each of us have this special character, whether it's archer, barbarian, or a sorcerer, or wizard. So every character has certain unique statistics, like how strong he is, how intelligent, how flexible, how agile he is. So, and as this character slays monsters and level up, you know, he gain items and equipment, which he can get or buy or sell in shops. So money is like when we see this character is the loot that he gets or sells to upgrade his kind of outer appearance. But he also has a very important characteristic called level. So as he goes through this game, he levels up. He accrues experience points, which he can't spend, but you know, it's kind of makes him be able to wear higher level items and you know, make him stronger overall. So in such a way, if money were the loot, then Actiom mark were his experience point that he goes through this world and accumulates. So it works very differently. So if this character has a lot of money, he can buy high quality gears, but these gears require, say, a level of 63, but he's not 63 yet, so he has to go out and slay monsters and get experience point to get to level 63, you know, and then wear these boots. So, and if he's really high leveled, if he has a lot of action marks, If he doesn't have like a lot of money, then he can only wear lower level equipment. So it's it kind of enriches this game of life into two coordinate system game rather than just a loot. Kinda, yeah. So that's how.
So the question is, of course, in Diablo that system is built into the game, but here, who's going to build that? So do you see that as something that? Do you see that as something that like would? How would that come to pass? I mean, if it's just a way of keeping score, that's okay. But if there would be like real world advantages to people, that would mean that some people would have to like create those advantages, which sounds kind of weird. But it sounds like people would be saying, like, if we had some system for you to see somebody and recognize their XP or their actions, we could look at them and then use it as a way of kind of judging people. So it might mean that you have real world privileges within some sort of group because of your experience you've acquired. So do you see that as something that would happen?
Yes. I'll just say, come on, two things. So first of all, people already have this experience or this show off associated with money. People, when they are rich, they go buy cars, they buy like expensive clothes, and jewelry. So we already have this kind of system where we see other people that are wearing these expensive items and say, oh my God, they're so fancy and they're so wealthy.
Yes.
So this system already exists.
Yes, and it's true. That's true.
So I suppose it's okay to have a different system that kind of de-emphasizes this material rating system and rather put a different aspect to it. The same, we will still have social structure, we'll still have rich and poor, and but which leads me to the second point. The reason why many young people like playing video games, one of the reasons is that their characters, at least they are granted a basic survival in the game. So their characters don't just die off. Yeah. They can die, but they respawn, after a certain period of time, and they keep their loot, and they don't starve to death in the virtual reality world. But in this world, if it's real, we don't know, maybe we're just raising a jar, but, we could possibly die. So it's a different game here, and my assumption is that if we can make it so that we can grant basic survival, this game will be much more fun to play. And we can encourage more people to go out of the virtual reality, to go out of the internet games and enjoy this world more. So, it's a competition between this world and the virtual world.
We have to make this world better.
Yeah, exactly. and Action does that.
Next generation is going to be
Action does that. Action does that by letting us spend action marks, an equal amount of action marks every day on the things we actually need. So if someone is really poor, he probably wants to have bread so he can live on and survive. And and if someone is rich, then he is seeking more spiritual fulfillment. So everyone will probably seek something in this game. So it's more universal, and so I suppose.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. This is actually the first time that we've talked about it that I've thought like, yeah, I can see how like I could write a story about this, like fiction story. Because at first I started that and I got stuck because I didn't understand like what would the motivation be of people's characters.
Yeah.
But now I feel like for some reason
Yeah.
Makes sense. Because it's like, yes, you can have money which you can use to buy a fancy car and show off. But you can also use this other thing to show off. So at that point, a light went off in my head. Like, oh, I get it.
Yep.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that's great to know. maybe we are all playing a virtual reality game here, and we are just thrown into this world and trying to make it work or redesign it, or redesign the system from inside out. Yeah, I mean, could be possible.
Yeah, more or less. That's, yeah,
yeah.
One way or the other. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything more on the Circles project? Otherwise, we can get in and have a short tactical meeting if we need one.
Yeah, that's everything I want to say for now about Circles.
Okay. All right. And you can probably tell that I'm in the Starbucks again. So
yes.
are you, if you're free until like 20, whatever it is, 55 minutes until the next, after the hour that, what is it? Is it 10 a.m.?
It's 10:23 a.m.
10:23. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so let's have a short tactical meeting.
Yep.
So, all right. So let me head over to assignment. Okay, so the Circles project fully understood. Any updates on that? I think we've just been talking about it.
Yeah, I think I'll mark this project as complete. I'll archive this project.
Okay.
Feels
right.
Get a shot of dopamine in my brain. Archive it.
The blockchain training curriculum still actually growing, but hopefully at some point it will start to get smaller. So that's all I have. Okay, and our checklist, I think we have the minutes from last time.
Check.
All right. And do you have any metrics to share that are?
Our runway is about six months.
6 months. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so let's. Okay, so about the only thing. Okay, we have one agenda item so far.
Yeah.
All right, I have another agenda item to add, but it might be the same thing. So let's. Let's see what happens with this first one first.
Okay. Yeah. So as a lead link, I just want to ask the Yoda what is, in Holacracy we hold no time deadline for projects. So but it's reasonable to seek or ask for approximate time frame. So it's what's the projection, time frame, and progress for the website?
Well, that's something that I actually wanted to talk to you about too. So there's probably 2 ways that we can do it. But there's an infinity of ways that we can do it. But one way would be, I believe we have WordPress right now. So if there are things that we want to change, I can figure out how to just change them with WordPress. Basically, once I have access to the WordPress site, I can change things on that. So that's something that we could do if we want to make small changes. On the other hand, probably what I want to do is replace the WordPress site with something else, which will take a little bit more time, and also you have to be involved in that. So if we're going to do that, then probably it would be like roughly at a minimum it would be a week.
Okay.
So yeah. So what I wanted to get a feel from you is because Singularity TV is kind of waiting for us on that. So I kind of want to get a feel from you of like what is their sense of like.
Okay. The schedule. Okay. Facilitator, please give me a minute to capture the deadline.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, this is okay. I have just captured the agenda items. Okay, the lead link is now speaking. Yeah, so I think with they are Singularity TV. They are working very hard on their own things. So we should grow at our own pace. So if it feels good to us, it's good. We don't have to worry at this stage too much about our partners. And so yeah, just and this leads me to the next agenda item. So basically, at the moment, once we update the website, I'm already thinking about the next person to invite to join us, and every person at this early stage makes a huge difference. So it's a long process, and if Michael knows someone too, so you can also discuss. And so basically, this project. Let me just capture this. Next person branding and growth. So when I heard when now Jack Ma, he has a stake, he has a share of Alibaba, and he only has like 1% share of Alibaba. So it's 1% of a big pie is much bigger than 100% of a small pie. So I suppose the way we grow this project currently, I'm thinking, it's best to share this project and share the possible earning and also spread out the risk. So when we bring someone on board, it makes sense to invite an investor, someone that we can work with, and so it grows organically rather than having one or two people invest very heavily into the project, because I think the former works better. So that's kind of our strategy. And I'm always open to suggestions and feedback along the way. So please let me know if there's any tension regarding this kind of strategy. So, yeah, and so now I'm for a third person, and I have the feeling that if we hire a guy to do marketing, then we need a girl as the fourth person to run our operations, to take care of all the day-to-day operations. And if we hire someone to do our basic stuff to run Holacracy, then we need someone to take care of more marketing kind of side. And yeah, so it all depends. It's very flexible. And also the personality, we gotta feel comfortable together. And so, yeah, it takes time. And it's a path dependent problem. But, it's kind of wave functions collapsing into reality. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I want to say about this. Yep.
Right. Cool. Okay. All right. Let me ask you for something just about Singular DTV.
Yep.
Could you just give me a little bit your thoughts on what they want when they say like the perfect control system?
Okay, so I worked with them for a year, starting at around their initial coin offering stage. And I know I met Ari and Zach in person in New York, and so we had some personal connection. And Ari and Zach, they were like mentors to me, so they helped me grow. And at that time, I lacked certain perspectives and skill sets to kind of really stay with the team, because they move really fast forward. So, and also my primary focus and objective is to build Actiom. And I initially approached them because I thought it would be a perfect match for Singular DTV, their decentralized kind of YouTube. So I was for a very brief time their project manager, but then we parted, and now that I'm connecting back to them, so it's like saying, hey, even though we had parted, we're still working on this project, and it may still be a very good solution for you. And, yeah, so it's basically, and they know that I had little entrepreneurial experience before, so it's in a way I'm also trying to prove to them that we can build something really good and cool. So for Singularity TV, you know, whole platform, people are building platforms at the moment like crazy, and what we really need are users. So so that yeah, so to me, I think Actiom will actually will bring a lot of users, has the potential to bring users onto platforms. So it's a good marriage between platforms and usage.
How would that work if Actiom has users? How would that be structured so that they would come to?
Yeah. So at the moment, if we build a prototype, it will cost the user something to upload, for example, because it costs gas to run smart contracts on Ethereum. And on Singular DTV, there are artists that want to promote their artworks, and they have a marketing budget. So what they can potentially do is say, hey, we tell our users, thank you for being with us, to use Actiom to upvote each other. Now there's this platform called Singular DTV, on which you can watch great videos from independent producers, which were not impossible before, but now it's made possible because of blockchain technology. And at the same time, you can enjoy them. You can upvote this video. You can upvote the crews in these videos, and you can do so for free. And maybe at the very beginning, for a very limited amount of time, you get paid to upvote. So that's also possible. Way to collaborate. And it also, as people use that platform, they generate data on Singularity TV's platform, which they can use to analyze their audience demographics and.
How would that work? How would they get that data?
Hmm?
How would that work? Because I mean, we would provide them with the data on who's upvoting.
So the data is open. They can just see it, see everything on the open blockchain.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's better than have a proprietary kind of closed abode system where they have their own data, because now the data is it's kind of connected to its audiences. It's just open sources, yeah. And the same people, they can use Actiom on other platforms, which tells each platform about their users, about their habits, and at the same time, the advertisers, they can use the same group of data to create more better targeted advertising, because the data is kind of not just close to one platform. It's very platform specific. It's more open.
So how much data would we be putting in the blockchain for each person?
So
Like
I'm not. Yeah, we'll probably.
Pseudonymous.
Yeah, that's the tricky part. It's tied to the system design. So it's at the minimum we'll have like a identifier to identify this address, and second we need to indicate how valid this account is, how unique and authentic this account is, and third is we will be able to see all its outgoing and incoming action marks, the public action marks. So that's the bare minimum: date, time, and if a platform like Singularity TV sets up an alias account which allow people to upvote on, then we will be able to see the paths when action mark travels from this alias account into the final individual real account. So that's also a possibility, but that could be done later. Yeah.
Okay, so that means there would be no way to reach individual users as a result of what would appear as public data.
Yeah. Individual. Yeah, that's right. So
I mean, they would be identified as with some kind of an ID, but they would still be maybe not connected to a real world identity or name.
That I do not know I don't know how to solve the problem, like exactly. So
because some people would be okay with that, and some people wouldn't. Some people would not.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Some people want to remain anonymous, and the problem is that action mark kind of solves our fear about anonymity.
Anonymity.
Yeah.
My battery is about to.
Oh, now I can see all those food menus, which makes me hungry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because when people say they want to, I mean, internet at the moment, scams and all these kind of stuff exists on internet. So it's like a paradox. If everyone is public and a few people are anonymous, then yeah, it's kind of okay. So my basic assumption about anonymity is this: people want to stay anonymous to be safe. Why do they have to stay anonymous to be safe? It's because people want to take advantage of their information if they are public, right? So it's tied to the competitive game of ownership, because we want to take advantage of other people, so we can be socially more of higher status than other people. So we can be richer than other people. That's why we want to take advantage of their information, which is what the companies are doing. They are selling our data basically, and they're using this data. But Actiom works opposite, in the opposite philosophy. We want to share our data, because with this data, other people know what we like, and they can provide the service we want, so that in order for us to thank them and upvote them. So it works in reverse order. And for Actiom, it makes sense to have like open data and open accounts, but and also at the same time, we need to be careful about which data are open, because that's important. So maybe at the beginning, only identifier and very basic info to kind of identify it. It's like building a decentralized identification system that's tied to real individual human beings.
Yeah. Another issue is that people will be concerned because people have noticed, like my generation, later sort of learn that like, if you put something on Facebook, it's forever. So so a lot of people did things when they were teenagers that they now think of as stupid. And maybe like my generation didn't put anything that we're doing as teenagers on Facebook. Didn't exist yet, but the next generation is like putting some of those things on Facebook, and then later on saying, "Oh my God, we have to delete that."
Yeah, exactly.
And this is something that can't be deleted, so it's like once you put it out there, whatever you put out there is going to be there. So if you like Taylor Swift, it's going to know you like Taylor Swift for all time. So later on, you think, "Oh my God."
It's
can't do anything about it.
Yeah, because like exactly. Because Facebook it hosts images and it hosts messages. So when we say stupid things, and we did it for fun, and we post stupid images for fun, but later on we change as human beings and our perspectives change. So, and like for Actiom though, it's okay to show our action mark upvotes, because these are the things we actually want other people to know. Like we want other people to know that we really appreciate someone. Like it's this kind of thing that's okay to put on. And it's also part of the reason why at the beginning we should probably steer away from messages and images. So it's because that's a much messier problem that we can solve. So it's just the identity, and it's the action marks that shows the appreciation on other people. That data is okay to be open.
Yeah, as long as the things that people are upvoting are normal things, that's really good.
Yeah, normal things, because all we upvote on are other people, so other people, they are okay, right? So it's like we're just upvote on people.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
unless it's terrorists or something.
It's the thing about terrorists is because we think other people are dumb, stupid, and we hate them because we don't understand them. It's terrorists. We think they're evil, but terrorists they think they are like improving the world. They are like being oppressed. Same we look at slaves. It's we think they are like base, but to them they have their own culture. Action really promotes understanding. So it really helps people to kind of understand each other and coexist and be okay with living under the same ecosystem. Should help with that.
Let's hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. Hack this virtual reality games.
Yes. I see the Matrix.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do we have any other items on the agenda?
Nothing from me.
Okay. All right. Closing thoughts then.
Closing thoughts. Well, I really enjoyed today's meeting. It was great. So, and I feel that we're slowly getting comfortable with holacracy roles and things. And give it a little bit more time, we can start to, once the website is done, we can start to look for the third person and look for sponsorship and go to the next, go a little bit bigger, the cell divides. So.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So yeah, I thought this was a good meeting too. And, I agree that democracy is getting easier. And, I'm getting better at it. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So see you tomorrow.
All right. See you tomorrow.